were on the other side.
May I have your attention, please? All right, we're getting started now. My name is Kendrick Zelensky. I'm the president of the 8th grade class. And hello and welcome to the 8th grade graduation and awards ceremony. Thanks for coming out. It means a lot to us 8th graders. It's awesome that you guys took the time to come out here and celebrate our graduation and all of what we achieved this year. All of us 8th graders would like to thank our two lovely class sponsors for being with us this year. They're awesome. Let's go ahead and give Mrs. Wagner and Mrs. Bridges a round of applause. Really appreciate what they did this year. And we got them this. Everyone in our class created a new chapter in their lives in just 1 year by achieving things or making new friendships. This year is a fantastically successful year. Both boys and girls were very successful in their sports this year. We also have a ton of good memories made. Something I'd like to mention that happened when we least expected it to happen was the gaining of 2 new classmates, Maddox and Gunner. New friendships and good memories are made those pretty awesome guys. This year, there may be 1 or 2 bad memories that happen just in general. Those happen all the time. But we should probably mention the funny ones. There are plenty of ridiculous funny moments, all that stuff. Like people witnessing Mrs. Bridges yelling at Elliot to get his work done in class. That happens a lot. Or the time that Mr. Mintz told Caveman to bring donuts to our English class after completing a class assignment as an award, because it was a pretty big assignment. And then Caveman told his mom, Mrs. Bridges, to bring donuts for the entire class or buy them instead of him. And so then Caveman came in the next day with 3 giant boxes of Krispy Kreme donuts. They were good. Another thing that happened this year was Blaine sat underneath Miss Howery's desk in social studies a few times. Miss Howery has been approaching her desk every morning saying, "Good morning, class," the usual. But then Blaine makes this bizarre noise that scares Miss Howery, and she goes, "Wah!" Something like that. And it's always something new every time. That's why it's funny every time. Also, wacky things happen. one that happened this year was like Pierce trying to backflip during the field trip at the trampoline park. After he'd attempted one, he came up to us and said he felt like he got snapped. We had such a successful year in sports, like Pierce and Callie winning as much as possible as they could in the wrestling matches, and Callie going undefeated. That's pretty awesome. And then we got Pierce, Caveman, Mia, Maddox, Elliott, Shaley. A lot of people almost always getting first in every track meet. That's also awesome. And we're all glad that we got to be here this year. We accomplished so much. If I could summarize this year in a quote, it would be, "It is what it is." And now we're going to start these scholastic awards for District Countrymen.
Kendrick, you're a tough act to follow. I appreciate you. So, good evening, everybody. I have several awards that I'd like to give out. My name is Toby Countryman, by the way. I'm the building principal. And I do want to make an announcement before we get started that after tonight's promotional exercises, 8th graders do not have to come to school tomorrow. Do not send them to school tomorrow. As I mentioned, I have several awards to give out tonight. I need to give some out for another teacher as well. But before I begin, I need to correct a terrible injustice that's been done. It was caused by a huge oversight on my part. Last week during the high school awards ceremony, I recognized high school students with perfect attendance. I missed a student. Not only did I miss a student, it was his second year in a row with perfect attendance. So I know it's the junior high awards night, but I would still like to recognize a student. I hope he's here. I didn't see him. So since he doesn't have any final exams to take, today's his last day. So if he's here, I'm going to have him come down and receive his perfect attendance pin. And this award goes to Trace Kinderknecht. Is Trace here? I have two other junior high students with perfect attendance that I want to recognize tonight, and I'm just going to have them stand up and be recognized. We have one in each class. I'd like to have 7th grader Cambria Groom please stand and be recognized. Nice job. Cambria still has 2 days of school left, so I'll give you your pin in 2 days when I know that you've officially attended. Okay. And I also want to recognize 8th grader Blair Booker. Would you please stand and be recognized? 7th grader Blair. Sorry. Blair, you'll also get your pin in 2 days as well. Good job, you guys. Good job. Each year, the Kansas State High School Activities Association asks that high schools and junior high schools award a male and a female student the Citizenship Award. Now, this award is presented to students for excellence as exemplary young citizens who have demonstrated a marked respect for their country. They've assumed responsibility for improving school and the community, and they've shown reverence for life. And the best way you can describe these kids that get this award is that they're really good kids. And even though the award is given out by KJHS, teachers are the ones that vote on this. So I would ask that these students please come forward when we recognize them. The female Citizenship Award is presented to Callie Wagner. Would you please come forward? We'll have to stand right here now. And Citizenship Award is presented to Trayton Remington. Would you please stand? Mrs. Suter couldn't be here tonight, so while I'm up here, I'm going to present the art awards, and she's written me a little script to read. So this year, the junior high took artwork to the league show in Tilton. We had quite a few ribbon winners at this show. As I call your name, please stand and remain standing, and please hold your applause till the end. These students received honorable mention at the art show. In colored pencil, Kendrick Slinsky, please stand. In acrylic painting, Lily Winty, please stand. In watercolors, Blair Luker, would you please stand? In acrylics, Ellie Wolf, please stand. In ceramics, Callie Wagner. Also in ceramics, Delaney Hargett. And finally in ceramics was Lauren Blackwood. These are the students that received honorable mention at the League Art Show. Congratulations. We also had 3 students that received ribbons at the art show. I'm going to ask them to come down, and not only are they going to get their ribbon, but they're going to get their art pieces back. With a 3rd place ribbon in watercolors, Ella Gruenbacher, please come down. Second place in ceramics went to Shaylee Ballman. And receiving a 1st place in watercolors was Camry Getz. Nice job. Congratulations. It's my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Betts.
Hello, everyone. I'm Candace Betts. I'm the agricultural education teacher here at Untitled Chapter. And this year I have the junior high. So we did hunter's education in the first part of the semester, and there were about 32 students who got their hunter education certificates. They did a really great job with that. And then the second part of the second semester, the students did a welding project, and some of them got to weld a little bit more than others. I didn't see them as much during the second semester, so they worked really hard to get their projects done. So my awards are, I'm going to give it based on the best welds and then the most improved. So the best welds for the 8th grade boys is Link Interconnect. 8th grade girl is Shaylee Bowman. 7th grade boy is Zion Becker. And 7th grade girl is Camry Getz. They all did a really great job trying to get their projects done on time, and there were some really pretty spray paint designs as well out there. So it's always fun to see their creativity. And then my most improved boy is for 8th grade is Kendrick Slinsky. And then the 8th grade girl is Casey Newman. 7th grade boy is Barrett Mann. And my 7th grade girl is Lily Winty. Some of them were really nervous when they started in the shop, and they did a great job overcoming some fears and unsureties about it. They did a really great job, so thank you all.
quickly, I want to remind students, when you get an award, stand up and turn around and face your family so they can even be recognized. Also, at the end of tonight, 7th and 8th graders, you have packets that will be in the gym. You need to make sure you pick them up with all your awards. Okay? So first, let's do my 8th grade science. I teach physical science. It's like half pre-chemistry and half pre-physics, so it's a pretty challenging course for them. It has mathematics in it and a lot of higher level thinking. The students did really, really well. I'm giving out 2 awards, an all A's, which means they got an A every quarter of the whole year, and then my most outstanding one, the highest grade. My all A's would stand Shaylee Ballman, Lauren Blackwood, and Mia Briggs. And my most outstanding with the highest grade is Mia Briggs. Like I said, I'm also the junior high Scholars Bowl coach. I really wouldn't call myself a coach, but more like a sponsor. This year was exciting. We really got back into it after all the craziness with COVID. I had quite a few kids out this year. So I'm going to start with my 7th graders. So if I call your name, please stand. Justin Beechel, Zion Beckner, Blair Bucher, Nyla Breeden, Isaac Gillespie, Ella Grunbacher, Jared Packard, and Colt Worth. These kids, we had a great season. This being their first experience at Scholars Bowl. For most of these students, we had some highs and some lows, some mistakes and things, but we learned from them. This group of students was fun to coach and excelled in their own way. They're a very competitive group. They always wanted to win. We had many students go out this year, so we kind of were limited on the number of meets we could attend, so we had to do different combinations and match them up. They won many rounds, and we ended the season with 3rd in the league, and I can't wait to see you next year. My 8th graders, please stand. Courtney Amstead, Shaylee Ballman, Warren Blackwood, Kate Bridges, Mia Briggs, Elliot Churchwell, Delaney Bargett, Kale Bargett, Casey Hinman, Blaine Kinderconnect, Miley Pennington, Kendrick Zelinsky, and Callie Wagner. This is my 8th grade group. As you can see, there's quite a few of them. We had a really fun season. They always love to go and get cookies at every meet. That was a priority. But we added a few members that didn't do in 7th grade, so that was fun. We won many of our rounds, but we had difficulty bringing home some medals. So we had to do different combinations because you only can take 5 at a time, so that was a little bit more difficult, but they did wonderful this season. I'm very proud of both the 7th and 8th grade teams, and I think that we all had fun and learned a few new things along the way. Thanks, guys.
Good evening, everybody. I am Liz Howery. I am the 7th and 8th grade social studies teacher here at Quinter High School. So 7th grade is first semester. We do world geography. We learn about different cultures. We learn about different countries. The kids even have a chance to create their own cultures throughout the semester. We had some Bob Ross cultures this year, a SpongeBob culture this year. It was really fun to see their creativity and see what they can create with those little crazy minds of theirs. And then second semester, we do Kansas history. And it's my favorite thing to teach with them because I get to teach them that Kansas is not nearly as boring as they like to say it is. We have a lot of colorful history here in Kansas. And they're not agreeing with me right now, but they know that Kansas is actually the best state. So, okay. So I have 3 awards that I'm going to give out. So first I'm going to do all A's. So we got A's every quarter this year. So please stand when I call your name. Blair Bucher, Nyla Breeden, Ella Grunbacher, Jaden Harvey, Kendall Johnson, Jarrett Packard, Lily Winty, Ellie Wolf, Camry Getz, and Cooper Atlas. So I'm going to give a 7th grade Outstanding Social Studies Award. This student demonstrated interest in subject area, enthusiasm for learning, creative projects, and well thought out assignments, and that goes to Jaden Harvey. And then I also give about the Growth Award. So this award is given to a student who I've seen grow over the year in their efforts in my class. I know that they work hard all year and their hard work has paid off, and that goes to Lucas Haldeman. And then 8th graders, we do American history from the American Revolutionary War all the way up to the Civil War. So we did lots of things regarding Hamilton. I know they're all going to roll their eyes at me right now because I made them watch lots of clips from Hamilton throughout the semester. We also did things with the Oregon Trail. They did a simulation there. Mia and Lauren are probably going to roll their eyes at me because they think I gypped them out of the Oregon Trail. But no, you lost fair and square. Sorry. Okay. So for the 8th graders, the All A's awards go to Courtney Hanstadt, Shaylee Ballman, Cademan Bridges, Lauren Blackwood, Mia Briggs, Blaine Kinderconnect, Pierce Rummel, Kendrick Selipsky, and Callie Wagner. Our outstanding 8th grade social studies student is Lauren Blackwood.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Petra, and I am the K-12 librarian, and I'm here to present the Junior High School Reading Awards for the 2021-2022 school year. I'll begin with our 4th 9 weeks reading awards. These students earned the most words in the most recent 9-week period, so just the last 9 weeks. Each of the 4th 9 weeks readers will get a certificate in their packet. The 4th place reader for the last 9 weeks with 41.8 points was Blaine Kinderconnect. The 3rd place reader with 50.9 points this last 9 weeks was Nyla Breeden. The 2nd place reader with 66.1 points this last 9 weeks was Camry Getz. And the top reader for the last 9-week quarter of the year was Lily Winty with 74.1 points. These students were highly supported by their English teacher, Mr. Mintz. Many of them discovered a new favorite book or a new short story with Mr. Mintz, and he was always excellent about getting them into the library to be sure and challenge themselves to pass those AR tests, and 100% of them did on most of the books they read as a group. We also had the opportunity to participate in the William Allen White Award Contest. So if you were able to complete the William Allen White Award Contest and go eat pizza at the J. Johnson Public Library, and you'll get to go to Emporia next fall, please stand. Good job, guys. Now for our all-year reading awards. The top 3 students will receive these really beautiful, heavy gold medals for the top readers in the whole school for the entire year. And the 4th and 5th place readers will receive very nice, smaller medals in their packets. Our 5th place reader for the entire year was, with 140.1 points, Jarrett Packard. Our 4th place reader with 188.9 points for the entire year was Nyla Breeden. Nyla read more words than the 1st place winner of the whole high school. And in fact, all of the rest of our award winners read more points than our top readers in the entire high school. So from here on out, you guys meet the high schoolers. Our 3rd place reader with 199.7 points for the year was Shaylee Ballman. Our 2nd place reader with 259 points for the year was Camry Getz. And Quinter Junior High School's top reader with an impressive 289.8 points for the 2021-2022 school year was Lily Winty. when she wants to have some reading time that's not interrupted. So Lily, you can come forward and collect this plaque now. And now I'm going to turn it over to that excellent English teacher that I was just talking about, Mr. Edmonds.
Okay, my name is Ed Mintz, also known as Jace's dad, Delaney's best friend, Trayton's hi-fi guy, and now the hippest guy around because I have a new hip. I teach 7th and 8th grade English. I have a few awards I'd like to hand out for this evening, starting with all A's for the 4 quarters in my class. When you hear your name, just please stand and we'll give applause. Applause at the end. For my 7th graders, Blair Booker, Nyla Breeden, Cameron Getz, Ella Gruenbacher, Jaden Harden, Lexi May, Lily Winty, and Ellie Wolf. For the 8th graders, I had Courtney Anstead, Shaylee Ballman, Lauren Blackwood, Mia Briggs, Delaney Hargett, Casey Hinman, Blaine Kinderconnect, Kendrick Solinsky, and Callie Wagner. And I do want to send a shout out. He's only been here a little bit, but Gunnar Couture had an A in my class, even though he was only here for 1 night a week. So I do want to give him a shout out as well. Next one's highest GPA in my 7th and 8th grade classes for this year. The 7th grader, she averaged an A+ for my class, was Ella Gruenbacher. And for the 8th grade, Mia Briggs. My next couple awards are things that we do. It's almost a side project. The kids probably don't like it very much, but it's our Lexia Learning. It's an online program that helps them with word study, vocab, comprehension, all the fun things that they absolutely love to do in my room. Every year I challenge them to finish the program, and this is no small feat. I had 3 students, and this is 7th and 8th grade. I have 1 8th grader that finished it from 7th grade this year, and I had 2 7th graders finish it all this year, so they won't even have to do it next year. Combined, they had over 100 hours. So if that tells you anything about how long it takes to actually do the program. I want to have a congratulations first to our 8th grader, Lauren Blackwood, if you'll come up here. I have a gift card for you. 7th grader, Lily Winty. And 7th grader, Jaden Harden. My past awards have already been awarded. I just wanted to send out a little bit of a shout out to those that won writing contests this year. We did 2 of them, one in 7th grade, one in 8th grade. The first one in 7th grade was when they did a My City, My Home. The League of Kansas Municipalities does an award for 7th graders in 5 districts in the state of Kansas. They explain why their city is their home in less than 500 words. And this year we had the Northwest Kansas as well as the state winner. She went up to Topeka with us, and she won $250 as well as the overall state winner, which they got this nice little plaque. And I'd like to have Blair Booker stand and be recognized. The other one we do is a Patriots Bib. It's a VFW sponsored one, and we go through the Grinnell VFW post to do that. So we're competing against local Grinnell, Greenfield, and Quinter students This year's theme was How Can I Be a Good American? We won 2 of the top 3 places there, so I'd like Elliot Churchwell to stand. He won 2nd place. Elliot received $50 for that contest, and in 1st place was Josh Mullins. I'm gonna have you stay standing, Josh, because Josh went on to the district, and they had 125 plus kids at that one, and he won there. And they took him on to state. He got 2nd at state. Had he won 1st, he got an all-expense trip paid to Washington, D.C., so he was just short. He wound up winning $300 there. And finally, I just want to say congratulations to our 8th grade class. This has been a really fun group. Lots of things and memories that I will take with me. It's really a hard group to let go of, but I'm excited to see what you guys do in the future. With that, I'm going to introduce Mrs. Coons.
If I can only grow tall. I have a couple words to give out tonight as well. I'll be giving the all A's, all 4 9 weeks, and a Make It Rain award. At the beginning of the year, Mr. Pencherman set the theme to Make It Rain. And I took that into the classroom, and I kept track of who turns in assignments on time, who does the extra effort in the classroom, and so they will be getting that Make It Rain award. For all A's in Algebra 1, Shaylee Ballman, Lauren Blackwood, Mia Briggs, Kendrick Selinsky, Callie Wagner. In 8th grade math, Blaine Kinderconnect, Josh Mullins. And in 7th grade math, Zion Beckner, Blair Booker, Nyla Breeden, Camry Getz, Ella Grunbacher, Jaden Harvey, Cooper Havalis, Matthew Jamison, Kendall Johnson, Barrett Mann, Lexi May, Jared Packard, Lily Winty, and Ellie Wolf. Then for my Make It Rain award, by the looks of my list, I'm thinking I need to make my curriculum a little tougher. Yeah? No? All right, for 8th grade, Courtney Anstead, Shaylee Bowman, Lauren Blackwood, Caitlin Bridges, Mia Briggs, Kale Hargett, Blaine Interconnect, Josh Mullins, Pierce Rummel, Kendrick Selinsky, Callie Wagner, Maddox Wallace, Gunnar Patera. For the 7th grade, Blair Booker, Nyla Breeden, Kate Countryman, Camry Getz, Ella Grunbacher, Jaden Harvey, Cooper Havalis, Matthew Jamison, Barrett Mann, Lexi May, Jared Packard, Lily Winty, and Ellie Wolf. For my final recognition, I would like to recognize one student that has been an outstanding young man, not only in the classroom, but in the building. I have seen this student hold the door open for others, pick up trash in the hallway to help out Teresa, stays in the classroom after the bell rings to organize dust so it doesn't look like a disaster, or so that's what he told me it looked like. Last week, he had a classmate that was homesick, and he took it upon himself to get that classmate's OK card signed for league track meet, and helped him get his opt-out for final sheet signed. He has helped friends with homework. He says, good morning, and have a great evening, Mrs. Coons, every day. So, Kate Thomas, today is your payday. And with that, Mr. Nicholson, and I'll put the mic away.
That was a first. I'm the second best science teacher here in the building, but I teach everything else. The prettiest science teacher in the building doesn't teach. If you've been in any of our restrooms here in the building, you've probably learned some science. That's because of some of the projects that they do, and I want them to have that information dispersed as best as possible. No one reads stuff when you walk down the halls. So I figure you got a captive audience, enthusiasm every day. Just really have enjoyed being in school, and I appreciate that very much. Thank you. The next two will be Dawson and Zion. Most improved. It's not where you start, it's where you finish. And these two have really done a lot this year to improve themselves and get themselves ready to be 8th grade. All right, last group here will be Camry, Cooper, Blair, Nyla, Ella, Jaden, Kendall, Lexi, Lily, and Ellie. These students all worked very hard this year and were very consistent with their work, and that consistency paid off, and they were also straight A's. Thank you, guys. And for my favorite teacher, who's next? Let's give a big round of applause, Mrs. B.
I am Alison Politka. I don't know if anybody actually knows my last name because I don't know if I ever hear it said. So it is Politka, if you guys didn't know, but P is what I'm used to, so that'll be fine. I teach computer classes to them, and so it's kind of designed as a 2-year course. It's their introduction to computer applications. They start it in 7th grade, they finish in 8th grade, and we just go through a lot of, we do some word processing, some spreadsheets, some PowerPoint. We try to get some typing in, and then this year we also went through some internet safety and safety with cell phones, so we had a lot of fun conversations that kind of went around that. Tonight, I just have a few awards to give. I want to recognize the most outstanding student in the computer apps class, and these are the students who finished the year with the highest grade point average in the class. To do that, I think it's a lot of the skills that you'll see in business as they come in. They have to have outstanding work ethic, which means they come to class every day ready to learn and ready to work. They get their assignments completed, and generally not just completed, but they put a little extra effort and make them very nice. And so these awards were really close, but the winner for my Monday class is Kendrick Solinsky. On the Tuesday class is Lauren Blackwood. I actually had a tie with Thursday, although one of these students kind of was Friday and Thursday. So Matthew Jamison and Cambria Groom. And then another one that was really close on Fridays, Ella Grunbacher. Okay, now I will turn it over to Ms. Jalen Sanderson.
Good evening, I'm Jalen Sanderson. I am the choir and band teacher here. I have thoroughly enjoyed this junior high. They make me very, very tired at night. But I have told them personally, and I would like to say it publicly, this is the group that got me up in the morning and made me want to go to school. Our KBA group, in December, the kids had a chance to audition for our district, and our district is like Ellsworth to the Colorado border. We are a huge district, and these kids get an opportunity to audition for our district choir and band, and they get to represent us in a group in Hayes. Our district choir members, if you would stand, were Justin Beachel, Caden Bridges, Camry Getz, Ella Gruenbacher,
Kendall Johnson, Lexi May, Ella Prosser, Pierce Remmel, Kendrick Selinsky, Caden Thomas, and Callie Wagner. Thanks, guys. Our district KMEA band members, this is one of our largest groups because, you know, you can only have so many saxophones and so many flutes. And they were Lauren Blackwood for flute, Blair Booker for alto saxophone, Jarrett Packard for trumpet, and Kendrick Selinsky was an alternate for saxophone. And then in February, these same group of kids got a chance to audition for state. We had 2 state members that got a chance to go to Wichita and represent the state of Kansas for choir. We had approximately 4 students out of the entire western Kansas that got to be in this state choir, and we had 2 of them, Kendrick Selinsky and Lauren Blackwood. One week later, after they got back from KMEA, we had League Music Contest. We had a lot of kids perform. We even hosted, and I want to thank all of our teachers that helped us with putting that on, and parents that helped. Mrs. Blackwood helped us with putting stuff together, and we had all kinds of village people that helped us made it come off. Would these following students stand? Jarrett Packard for vocal solo, Ella Prosser, vocal solo, all the kids who did Swing Down Ezekiel, our boys group, Nyla Breeden, vocal solo, and our flute trio. These groups all received 2 ratings at contest and did a fabulous job. The following students, would you stand? If you were Rosalind Boone for a vocal solo, Blair Booker for vocal solo, Ella Gruenbacher, vocal, Casey Hinman, vocal, Lauren Blackwood, vocal, Kendrick Selinsky, vocal, Miley Pennington, piano, Cambria Groom, vocal, Blair Booker, piano, Jarrett Packard, trumpet, the Woodwind Ensemble, Lauren Blackwood, flute, Cameron Getz, trombone, our brass ensemble, Country Cakewalk people, and our choir, and our band, all new members, which would be the entire junior high, all got ones. Yay! Wow, fabulous job, guys. They represented us very well. I believe we are ready to move on for I'm sorry. You want me, am I doing it? Okay. Mr. Don Tilton will be presenting the Michael Tilton Scholar Athlete Award.
The Michael Tilton Scholar Athlete Award was created in the 8th grade class in 1995. Michael, he was involved in a lot of activities, Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, church camp, went to the baseball court, the stamps, started playing computer games, and back in those days that was kind of a new deal. Has lawn mowing business, worked on the farm, he's a band for 3 years. Criswell or Scholars Bowl for 2 years, league academic contest for 2 years. He's an avid reader, always at the top of his class in the R points, as you talked about earlier. He received the Presidential Physical Fitness Award twice. He played summer baseball, a track in the summer, and then of course junior high, football, basketball, and track. He was a fierce competitor. He hated to lose. He got involved, always did his best, and pushed himself and others to do the same. Criteria are 3.5 GPA for both years, participated in 3 sports for both years. This year's recipient is Mia Briggs.
win in all my rotations and all my crazy drills I have the girls do. My girls learn how to put up and break down the nets. I also want to thank the parents of all the players for sharing your values with me and for constant support throughout the season. To the girls, thank you for attending summer open gyms and camp. Continually working hard in drills and for stepping into roles and spots that were foreign to you. I never once had to ask these girls to work hard but play as a team. Every day they would show up to practice with smiles on their faces and play for each other. I'm so honored to be able to have coached such a wonderful group. To my 8th graders, you have been with me since I started coaching. From last season when we had to wear masks and social distance, to now where we are getting back into captains and congratulating our opponents after the match. The last season was anything but traditional. I'm so pleased to show you how volleyball games occurred before COVID. Throughout our season, we served, we passed, we blocked, we set, we got better, we cried, we laughed, we got frustrated with each other, but most importantly, we came together and worked our hardest to achieve our goals. 8th graders, good luck next year. I will miss you so much. 7th graders, it's your turn. And you're gonna have to help lead this upcoming 7th graders. We'll start back up in a month, and it's hard to believe, but what a great feeling it is to be able to say, let's get to work again. Thank you, players, parents, and coaches for an outstanding season. This year I have 2 awards to hand out, and both of these awards are voted on solely by the girls. This first award is Most Improved Player. This award goes to the athlete that has been constantly improving their skills and confidence throughout the season. This year's winner goes to Lexi May. The second award is for the Most Valuable All-Around Team Player. This award is given to an athlete that has been a positive role model, has continuously helped others, and is willing to step up and play any position. They have also been the most coachable and best team player. This year, I have 2 MVP awards. They go to Mia Briggs and Lauren Blackburn. Up next is Scotty with basketball.
I feel like I'm back in high school being called Scotty. So I'm Scotty. I'm the head coach for the junior high girls basketball team. First off, I'd like to thank the school board, administration, Mr. Brown, Mr. Countryman, for allowing me to coach. I'd also like to thank my assistant, Blake. I appreciate Blake and all of her help throughout the season with the girls and all of her insight on the game. Really cool part was I was able to coach Blake in high school, and then now I'm able to work with her as a coach and assistant coach. Is that my sign to go or what? Coaching with Blake was a great time. She would get so frustrated at girls sometimes, and in my head I'm thinking, Blake, that's the same thing I get mad at you in high school for. So, I'm going to have the junior high basketball team stand up. So when I say your name, please stand. 7th graders, Jaden Harvey, Blair Bucher, Ella Grubacher, Kendall Johnson, Rosalind Boone, Nyla Breeden, Ellie Wolf, Lexi May, and Cameron Getz. 8th graders, 7 and 6. That record is a lot, and I'm very proud of those girls. The A team finished 4th in the league tournament. We lost to the league champs in the semis by 5, and if we were able to win that game, I think we could have gone on and been the league champs. So, can I have these girls please stand up? I'd like to recognize these girls. Ella Prosser, Jaden Harvey, Blair Bucher, Sydney Worth, Miley Pennington, Nyla Breeden. They were Northwest Kansas League champions, and to top it off, they finished the year going 13-0. So. Great job, girls. I'd also like to recognize one more group of girls. Ella Prosser, Miley Pennington, Nyla Breeden, and Ellie Wolf and Jaden Harvey. So, this year we had a B team drop out of our tournament, and we needed to take another team. So these 5 girls stepped up and went as a C team and played the B team. So they were 5 but mighty. So I just wanted to recognize you girls for your effort and not wanting to back down, even if you were just 5 of you. So good job. So my favorite story from the year, we were up at St. Francis and playing a B game, and Ella, did she just flex on them? All the way down the floor, so thank you, Ella, for the laughs. I'd also like to thank my managers, Lily Winty and Casey Henman. You guys would stand. They had duties of filling water bottles, sweeping the floor, getting towels in the bed back for games. And they have the most important job for the whole team, in charge of getting money from me to get me a Dr. Pepper before each game. Thank you for your help, girls. So I'd just like to thank the girls for their hard work. Coach Shalinsky, I'm very proud of you girls. I look forward to coaching you next year. And 8th graders, you get me in high school, so go Bulldogs. Next up, we have Coach Rush with football.
Good evening, I'm Ryan Rush. Got quite a slate here, so hang on. I am kind of sad tonight a little bit because I have a parrot. Yeah, it was obese and it died. I know. A lot of weight off my shoulders, though. Okay, I'm going to start out with junior high football. I'm going to have the team stand. So stand and stay standing. Cooper Havlis, Caden Thomas, Colt Worth, Isaac Gillespie, Jared Packard, Zion Beckner, Lane Getz, Cade Countryman, Justin Beechel, Pierce Rummel, Elliot Churchwell, Josh Mullins, Cale Harkett, Caden Bridges, and our 2 managers, Blaine Kinnertneck and Trent Remington. This team compiled a record of 2-5 with wins over Dighton and Tribune. The record doesn't show it, but just a tough group of kids. Elliot Churchwell at Dighton had a thumb injury the first play of the game. Just an injury that I have never seen before, and he came over and it needed stitches. I mean, he cut his thumb pretty bad. And I asked him, I said, what do you want to do? And Chad came over and he said, well, I want to play. And so Chad took him down the locker room and picked it up, and we bandaged it up, and that kid played. It was amazing. So just a tough group of kids. I'd like to thank Coach Chris. Coach Chris, we've been coaching together for 27 years. He's not going to be with me next year, but just a fun guy to be around, except today is my brother-in-law. So, 8th graders, good luck next year, and 7th graders, we'll see you in the fall. That's junior high football. I'm going to go on to junior high wrestling. I'm going to read a little bit from the Waukene coach over in Waukene. Had 2 wrestlers go over this winter to Waukene, Callie Wagner and Pierce Rummel. Callie was undefeated, and she was the Junior Panther Classic and MCL champion. She helped lead Trigo to their first ever girls team championship. Good job, Kyle. Pierce Russell. Yes. So,
Where do you want us to go?
Watch. We have people watching the weather for us. Right now, we don't think we're in any danger. If we are, we do need to move. We have 2 locker rooms right through these doors here.
there's
Those, we also have showing down the hallway. We'll have my team down there.
We also have the downstairs, down the hall too. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Right now, they don't think we're in any danger. If that changes, we'll let you know.
Okay. So I'm gonna continue on until I'm told different.
Yes.
Pierce Rummel, he was the Junior Panther Classic runner-up and 3rd place at the MCL tournament, helping the boys to a 5th place finish. We're going to junior high basketball. I'm going to have Coach Mintz at this time come up and talk about the B team, JV team.
Yeah, let's have the JV boys that played this year stand up. Give me a clap. All right. You guys can be seated. The B team this season came in with a lot of new faces, some with no experience at all. First time ever playing basketball. We had some missed games, we had some injuries, we had a coach that was out with surgery, so we were just kind of plug and play at times during the season, but the boys improved, progressed. Come tournament time, we were 6-6. Wound up winning in our first round game and got 4th overall. We ended the year with a 6-9 record. Like I said, continue to improve. Loved working with them, loved working with Coach Rush. Since Scotty gave a good one, I guess I got to come up with a good story. Rush and I were always impressed with Cade Countryman and his attire when he come into practice. A lot of days Cade would come in blue jeans, and we thought this was a special deal we didn't know about. And he would practice for like 2 or 3 days a week in jeans. And then our last game, he was like Kobe Bryant in his last game. The kid was like closing his eyes and throwing it up from like 23 foot, draining. We had like 4 or 5 3-pointers that game. It was like crazy. So next year we're not gonna have uniforms. We're just going straight blue jeans.
I'm gonna have all the basketball boys stand up. Trayton Remington, Cale Hargett, Pierce Rummel, Kendrick Slinsky, Josh Mullins, Elliot Churchwell, Blaine Kinderknecht, Caden Bridges, Cooper Havlis, Zion Beckner, Colt Worth, Caleb Roberts, Caden Thomas, Isaac Gillespie, Cade Countryman, Jared Packard, Matthew Jamison, and Lane Gatz. This is the basketball team for 2021 and 22. Good job, you can be seated. Coach Metzi talked about the JV team. I'll talk about the varsity team. The varsity team, they started out with the season at 1-4, and then worked our way back actually to 500 to 6-6, and ultimately finished the season at 6-7. So they, just the adversity of this group possessed as they worked through the season to get themselves to a respectable record was very good. So good job, guys. Appreciate that. I'd like to thank Coach Mintz. Coach Mintz has an expertise in coaching basketball, it's second to none. It's fun to have someone with the knowledge as an assistant coach to be able to discuss ideas and strategies and schemes with. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate that. 8th graders, good luck next year. And 7th graders, we look forward to another fun year next year. Thank you. That was junior high basketball. Okay, last one. We're going to go junior high track. Hang on, I'm going to read all of these. And so they're not in any particular order. Girls and boys are mixed up. We were just one team all year long. So stand up when I call your name. Lexi May, Barrett Mann, Blaine Kinnerknecht, Blair Booker, Katie Thomas, Kaven Bridges, Caleb Roberts, Callie Wagner, Cambridge Groom, Casey Hinman, Colt Worth, Cooper Havlis, Courtney Anstead, Delaney Hargett, Elizabeth Kirkland, Ella Gruenbacher, Ella Prosser, Ellie Wolf, Elliot Churchwell, Isaac Gillespie, Jared Packard, Jaden Harvey, Josh Mullins, Justin Beachel, Kate Countryman, Kale Hargett, Cameron Getz, Kendrick Selinsky, Kendall Johnson, Lauren Blackwood, Lane Getz, Lily Winty, Maddox Wallace, Matthew Jamison, Mia Briggs, Miley Pennington, Nyla Breeden, Pierce Rummel, Rosalind Boone, Shaylee Bauman, Sydney Worth, Trayton Remington, Gunnar Katura, and Zion Becker. This right here is a track team. Yeah, good job. You be seated. I'm gonna real quick, that is, if you weren't keeping track, that's all but 3 students in the junior high competed in track. So that is amazing participation, just what a fine group of kids. So here is I'm just gonna go real quickly through the girls' league champions and meet and school records. For the girls, Ella Gruenbacher, this is league, these are league champions, and then I will say if they held a meet record or school record. Ella Gruenbacher in the long jump, Ella Gruenbacher in the triple jump, Mia Briggs in the 100 hurdles. She ran at 15.87, set the meet record, NWKL meet record, and school record, holds the school record. Mia Briggs in the 200 hurdles, 32.58, just barely missed the school record into a win, and she set the meet record that day. Shaylee Bauman, high jump champion. Mia Briggs in the pole vault at 9.2 with a NWKL meet record and school record as well. So let's give those girls a... The boys' league champions this year are as follows. 4x4, which consists of Colt Worth, Cooper Havlis, Matt Jamison, and Isaac Gillespie. Colt Worth in the pole vault, 9.7 set the meet record. Pierce Rummel in the 200-meter dash. Pierce Rummel in the 400-meter dash. Pierce Rummel in the long jump. Josh Mullins in the 800-meter dash. Caven Bridges in the shot put. The 7th grade girls placed 3rd at league. The 8th grade girls placed 2nd at league. The 7th grade boys were 6th. And your league champions, you just stand up and turn around. The 8th grade boys were 8th grade boys were league champions. Yeah. Just a little bit, just to tie up everything. Good job, guys. There were 7, this is how impressive this group was. There were 17 total league champions in that group. So just a fun group of kids to coach. During the Coach of the Year, Coach Kuntz, she keeps track of personal records throughout the year, and this group of kids set 297 personal records throughout the season. So. Yeah. Thanks to Coach Kuntz, Coach Selinsky, and Coach Mintz for all the knowledge, hard work, and dedication to the craft of coaching track. Without a doubt, these 3 love coaching track, and that will do it for me. Now, what you've all been waiting for, your attitude show.
My name is Jane Ray Bridges, and I am the 8th grade sponsor this year for the 8th grade class of 2022. It is my honor to present the 8th grade class and receive the diploma from Mr. Countryman. Will you please stand? Courtney Anstead. Shaylee Ballman. Lauren Blackwood. Cademan Bridges. Mia Briggs. Gunnar Katura. Elliot Churchwell. Dale Hargett. Delaney Hargett. Casey Hinman. Lane Kinderconnect. Josh Mullins. Miley Pennington. Ella Prosser. Trayton Remington. Pierce Rummel. Kendrick Zelensky. Callie Wagner. Maddox Wallace. And Sydney Worth. All right, will the 7th and 8th grade please come up on stage to sing? This concludes our program. The 7th grade will take their seats, and the 8th graders will stay up here, and the parents can come up and take their pictures. After the picture, please join us in the gym for reception and see the student memory boards, and thank you all for coming.
Okay, so we got rain. Awesome. We think we're